This week we're going to try to do a whitetail and hog combo hunt. Tomorrow is opening day of rifle season here in Texas. I'm trying not to talk too loud because it's only about 500 or 600 yards from where I'm going to be hunting this evening. I don't know what kind of whitetail we're going to do, what kind of luck we're going to have, because the hogs are so stinking thick. About 200 yards behind me here a few weeks ago I saw a shooter buck, and like I said, 500 or 600 yards that way is a food plot and a feeder and a box stand, and I got pictures of a really nice 10-point. He's a shooter in my book. So today, like I said, today before season, and we have hogs every stinking where. I am going to attempt to show y'all some pictures here of two big boars. I've even got pictures of some of them together. Let's see what we can do with this here. Look at that bad boy. That's the one I want right there. We're going to see how that works out. And this is a big black one. Two completely different hogs. It's bad looking dudes, man. We're going to get out here and get settled in just a minute. They've been coming in a little after 6 o'clock, between 6 and 6:30. Right now it's almost 5. So we got plenty of time. I've already got the tripod set up. We're going to slip in there and see what happens. We had a little cold front come in last night. It's raining. It's pretty cold now. It's supposed to clear up. Sun's going to come out a little bit later, and the rain's supposed to leave, so I'm assuming the wind's probably going to get up for a while and blow it out of here. And like I said, the temperature's supposed to warm up. So what I've got here, I've got several little scoops of this corn. Right there is the game camera. I've got it open right now. Right over here, you can see it, is the feeder on this little food plot right here. And the box stand is right up there in the bushes yonder. I don't know how much y'all can see. I don't have no cameraman at the time. I'm doing this all myself. But anyway, I'm going to throw this corn out between here and the feeder and scattered it all over the place. And then I left it out in the rain. I didn't mean to. But this is Hardcore Outdoors. I don't know how well you can read that. Apple Affliction. It's an oil base apple, I guess you'd say, not flavored but scented attractant, and man, it works. I'm telling you, I've used it in Canada for bears, I've used it for whitetail, I've used it for hogs, you name it. People have used it for trapping, cover scent. It works for everything. So what I'm going to do is right here in front of this camera, the game camera right there, I'm going to put some corn right in here somewhere, directly across from that feeder there. And I'm gonna put this apple affliction all over it. And then I'm gonna go squirt some up on top of that feeder and on the side. So when the wind's picking up a little now. So when the wind starts blowing, it'll blow it around and the hogs can smell it from a long ways off. And I'm telling you, if they smell this, they will be here, I promise you that. So anyway, I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna get started putting out all this this corn and apple affliction. And we're gonna crawl back up in the stand this afternoon when this rain and cold blows out and see what happens. Man, I'm not believing this. I came down here this evening. This is day number 7. I have not seen a single deer. Not one. I did have a bunch of hogs come out. Y'all already know that story. But I came prepared. I checked all my cameras this morning. And I'm back over here, obviously, where all the hogs were the other day. And I look up, and there's a buck. I believe he's an 8-point. At the freaking feeder. I still can't believe, I keep looking down there to make sure. I still can't believe that deer came to that feeder in broad daylight. Not a buck. He's not a monster. But hey, for this part of Texas, man, tomorrow was the last day for me, and I have to leave this, this particular hunt. And I don't know when I get to come back here, if I get to come back this season. So I've got a tag for this area of Texas. Looks like I just filled that bad boy. So I'm gonna get out of here and check him out. And what I might do is I might just tag him and drag him over here in the bushes out of the way. I got about an hour and a half till dark, and I might just sit and wait on one of them daggum hogs anyway. Go ahead and see what we got, man. I didn't see him get up. But I don't see him laying there either. That worries me. Uh-oh. I guess while I was running my mouth at this camera, he got up. I don't know how in the world he got up, man. I floored him. No, he didn't get up. He just flopped around a little bit and turned around the other direction. Hang on. Man, I can't see nothing wrong with that. Northeast Texas 9-point. I'll get the tripod and set this thing up, y'all. Bear with me, I'm trying to do this by myself. That ain't a bad little old buck, dude. I'll take him. Well, what's wrong with that, huh? He ain't no record book monster, but that ain't what we after. If I was, I'd be hunting somewhere else. But I got a tag field, had a good hunt, got a decent little old buck, put a good shot on him. Gonna have some fresh backstrap in the freezer. I'll take that any day, man. Y'all forgive me breathing hard. I'm still a little bit crippled now, trying to tote the camera and the gun and drag the deer and everything. So I still can't believe this buck come to that feeder, man. It just blows my mind. A lot of places in the world I wouldn't have took this buck. Obviously this ain't one of them places, so no regrets. Meat in the freezer, baby. Tag field, good hunt. That's what we're here for. I'm sitting up here in the blind by myself right now on the big food plot by the creek, and I have a glass of tea, a cup of coffee, and about a half a gallon bag of deer jerky that I made from the couple of does my 9-year-old son Jake shot last weekend. So I think the only way to improve this morning would be shoot a big buck or a hog. Hadn't made my mind up if I'm going to take a doe or not, so we'll just see how the day goes, man. Well, I wasn't going to shoot them deer, but I decided I was going to get me some meat. That one was a pretty good sized doe. I can't imagine what they were so spooky for. I kept looking down the end of that food plot. Like the boogeyman was down there. I'm gonna sit here a while though, because it looks like the dang hogs found my feeder last night. All the corn's gone. So we'll see what happens. I had decided that I wasn't gonna shoot a doe if I saw one. But I've been hunting 3 days now, and this is the first time I've seen a deer, so I decided after they hung around too long, I decided to go ahead and put some meat on the ground. So I thought I heart shot her with that Creedmoor. That was my intention. That's where I was aiming, but she kicked her back legs way up in the air like a heart shot, and she lunged forward into the thick stuff in that pine thicket, and I just figured she would be down right there. Well, instead of reloading, I've set the gun down and was gathering my stuff, and I looked up and she came back across the food plot the direction she originally came from. And on the exit wound on her right leg, she was carrying it, but there was a lot of blood. So I feel sure she's laying just right over here. But I went to camp and got Poncho, so we're gonna put him to work and see what happens. The blood trail's should be about 30 yards in front of me, so we're gonna get after it and see. All right, he's on blood now. Hope the deer's down for the count. I can smell it. I got the wind in my face. Hopefully she won't be too far. He's a good dog. All right, I'm gonna turn it off, try to catch up with him. Y'all stay with me. He's on him now. Dang, that deer went along a lot further than I thought it was gonna go. Starting to see a lot more blood. And he is working that trail fast. Look at there. I can't believe that deer went this far, honestly. I like to see a good dog do what they do. Don't matter what it is, as long as they're good at it. It's afternoon now. Actually, 3:32. I'm back in the blind. Just bad luck this morning. Pacho worked that blood trail. There was a lot of blood. It was just crazy how much blood there was from that deer. She hits a bunch of backwater, a big slough that goes forever. Once she got in that water, you know, obviously we couldn't find any blood and he couldn't smell the deer anymore, so she got away. I have been sick over this all day long. But I gotta tell you this, if you have never lost a deer, that's just my opinion, mind you. If you have never lost a deer hunting, either you're not telling the truth or you haven't been hunting long enough, because it happens. It's a crappy deal, man, but it happens to all of us. So I'm sitting back up here hoping, you know, something good will come up this afternoon. I'm looking down at my phone now. I want to show y'all this picture. I went down there in the hogs. Well, one hog anyway had found the corn under the feeder finally. This thing is enormous. As I'm telling you about this, I'll give you a little tip too. If you put a feeder up and you've got hogs or any other kind of animal that might possibly turn it over, take a T-post. I use a 5.5 to 6 foot T-post. And if you will drive it in the ground at an angle, the same angle as the leg on your feeder, and then wire it up with tie wire or baling wire, every leg, all 3 legs, it ain't coming down. Nothing's gonna tear it down, I promise you. So anyway, that's what I did. If you know anything about T-posts, the majority of them are green, and the top is a reflective white, probably about as long as that pin or a little better. Well, this hog, I'm going to explain this before I show you the picture. The bottom of the white on the top of the post is even with this hog's back, and he might even be a 3/4 of an inch or so up the white, and the bottom of that white hits me in my chest about right there. So this hog is insane. If he comes in here this evening, I'm going to put one through his noggin right there if I can get a shot, because I'm going to be trailing him out there in this crap. It's so thick and swampy. Mosquitoes and rattlesnakes and cottonmouths, and that's why we got these food plots and feeders, man. We got to have something to lure critters out of that mess, so there ain't no way to hunt it. So anyway, check this out. Look at the size of that hog, man. See what I'm talking about, the white on the T-post? I'm trying to do this. It's all backwards in the camera. There we go. That is a monster. He has got to be 400 at least. And I have personally never killed a hog over 385, and that was a big bar hog, meaning he had been castrated when he was a pig, and they get really big. So 28 years, 27 years of chasing these deadgum hogs with dogs and traps and hunting and bows and guns, you name it. I've never seen anything like this personally on my account. I've seen pictures of other people had a few, but I ain't never seen anything like this. So I'm hoping and praying he comes out, because if he does, that'll be just good as a monster buck in my opinion. So I'm gonna sit back, get after it. I said a little after dark last night with my rifle out here and my sniper hog lights. Man, them things are awesome. So, but anyway, he didn't show up, and I was tired, and I went on back to camp. So here I am back this morning, and we're gonna sit here and see what happens, man. I really hope that big monster boar comes out. I'll take any kind of meat hog or a good buck if I can. I just don't shoot little bucks. I just let them grow. I ain't mad at the spikes, even though we get a spike only tag. I just don't shoot them. So anyway, we'll see what happens this morning. Maybe my luck will change for the better. We'll see. It's 4th morning of the season here in Texas. Hadn't had a lot of luck, man. Seen 2 coyotes and 3 doe. That's all I've seen in 4 days of hunting really hard. I don't know. They're just not moving. It's tough. There's acorns all over the place. I mean, this place is riddled with them. That's some big white oak acorns, half the size of my thumb, and that's just the white oaks. They're not hitting the food plot. There's corn piling up under the feeders. Even the hogs ain't coming. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm about 20 minutes later, and I wanted to be getting in here. It was supposed to storm last night. Wasn't supposed to leave out till about 8 this morning. So I figured I'd go out after the rain. But I got up at about 10 to 5, and he hardly done nothing. Just making a lot of racket out there and a little sprinkle. So I decided to get on out here. Go hope for the best. Got a picture of that big monster hog that, man, I would sure like to get him where everybody could see him. He's going to be something else if I can get him. Other than that, I'm probably just looking for a big buck. I might shoot a doe. We'll see what happens. I only got one more day, maybe 1.5, and I got to roll out of here. So I'm going to shut my pie hole and set this camera up and get everything ready to go. Maybe my luck will change this morning. We'll see. Day 5, opening week of season. I'm hoping that big old monster hog comes out. But then again, if he does, I don't know what I'm going to do if I kill him. I can't drive my Ranger or my truck down the food plot. It's way too muddy. I wouldn't even get 10 yards. And nobody here but me. Ain't no way I could drag that thing. He's got to be... I know I've been saying for years they don't exist, but I swear this thing got to be 500 pounds better. I mean, for him to hit me chest high and appear to be about 7 feet long, this is a monster hog. So, I don't know. It's kind of dang if I do and dang if I don't. All I can do is hope something edible with 4 legs walks out into this food plot this evening or comes to the feeder. Oh my goodness gracious.
There he is.
That's the buck we were after, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. Man, I don't know. We got pictures of that buck off the camera, off this food plot yesterday. Great pictures of him. I know that's him. He was here. It's 10:15 when I shot. He was here 10 days ago at 10:45. And I just can't believe he stepped out there. I put a bullet in him. I'm pretty sure I hit him good. Dang, man, I didn't see that coming that fast. Anyway, I know I got the camera on him and I had him in the screen and I didn't want him to get away. I probably would never see him again, so luck have it. We was blessed this morning. I don't know where else to put it. I'm gonna wait a few minutes and go down there and see what kind of blood I got. And I hope he's laying not far from there, so we're gonna walk down there in just a second and see what we got. I'm hoping I can show him to you. He's right there, man. He's down. I just want to be dang sure he ain't gonna get up. I can't believe it. He ran through here. We ain't got much for blood. I watched the footage over and over, and it looked like I shot him kind of far back. And then I watched it again. I thought, okay, I got lungs anyway in the back. He didn't run 50, 60 yards maybe. He ran right there. So I'm going to keep this little 3. I shot him with that 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm going to put this little 308 on him. And if he moves, I'm going to bust him. So, Hunter, don't get too close to it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful buck. Lord have mercy. Hunter, I don't think this is the one, the big one that we showed pictures. I don't think it's him, but I don't give a crap. Oh my goodness, would you look at this? Monster. I am tickled to death. This is not the big one. It's not the big one. So, that tells me there's a monster over here that's still running. That big one, his beams came straight out and he was really tall and heavier. Oh my goodness gracious, have mercy. That is a sweet, sweet buck. I'm tickled senseless. My next to youngest son, Hunter, is here with me. You saw him earlier when we did a little commentary. He's doing the filming right now, and he's doing a pretty good job, looks like. Ain't too close, are you, buddy? I guarantee that's 4.5-year-old deer. Oh my goodness, dang, man. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go back and look at the pictures, but I know this is not that monster that I thought it was. But I couldn't be happier. I swear, man, I couldn't be happier. What a freaking deer, man.